Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRIENDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news now. Hold on to your hats, Lions fans, because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer not just for this season, but for the future of Detroit's defense and their chances of finally making that deep playoff run. Rumors are swirling around a potential blockbuster trade that could shake up the NFC North and elevate the Lions from a solid team to legitimate contenders. And it involves none other than Foyesade Oluokun, the reigning leading tackler in the NFL this season, who's currently playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. This isn't just some rumor from a random source. Reputable insiders like Adam Schefter have been whispering about a subtle but impactful move that could see Oluokun in Honolulu blue very soon. The Jaguars, sitting at a surprising 9-4 record, have some interesting strategic considerations. Even though they're having a fantastic season, they're also sitting on around $9 million in cap space in December 2025. So they're looking to shed some salary, especially with the looming extension for Trevor Lawrence, which is going to hit their books hard at around $40 million. They're also eyeing the future, wanting to add youth and depth to their defense, particularly along the line and linebacker positions, which have been leaking points, allowing an average of 9 points per game. They want to find a way to rebuild and retool, and Oluokun's performance this year has made him a hot commodity. Oluokun, as you all know, is a tackling machine. This guy leads the NFL in tackles in 2025, with a staggering 52 solo stops, 51 assists, and a total of 103 combined tackles in just 13 games. He's also contributed with 1-0 sack, 3 quarterback hits, an interception, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. His PFF overall grade is at an impressive 78. 5, with coverage at 82. 1, run defense at 75.6, and a missed tackle rate of only 4.2%. These numbers speak volumes about his consistency, durability, and versatility. Oluokun's career stats are equally impressive. A total of over 800 tackles, consistently grading above 70 on PFF since 2022, with around 15 tackles for loss annually, and a negative EPA per play of -0.11, which is elite for a linebacker. He's shown no signs of significant injuries in 2025, which is a huge plus, especially when competing with other top-tier linebackers like Fred Warner. Teams and executives rank Oluokun among the top 15 linebackers in the league, and his ability to stop the run, especially versus elite running backs, is exceptional. His run-stopping metrics are top-notch, plus he excels in coverage, with a proficiency that could help the Lions address their biggest weakness, covering tight ends and explosive pass catchers in the middle of the field. Now, why would the Jaguars consider trading someone like Oluokun? Well, despite their impressive 9-4 record, they're balancing a tight cap sheet and a desire to build around their young stars. They're also prioritizing draft capital and young talent, especially in the linebacker position, which seems to be a focus for their future. The trade could free up around $10 million in cap space that they can redirect toward extending Trevor Lawrence, who is currently on a manageable cap hit of around $40 million. Plus, they're looking at the bigger picture, adding youth and depth along the defensive line and linebacker core to sustain their success and keep their defense competitive, especially against high-powered offenses in the AFC. For the Lions, this could be a massive upgrade. If they land Oluokun, it would transform their defense into one of the most formidable units in the league. Imagine him patrolling the middle of the field, making plays all over the place, and giving their secondary a huge boost in coverage efficiency. We're talking about a potential increase in coverage efficiency of over 20%. That's massive. His presence would add around 120 tackles to Detroit's total, reduce passing yards allowed per game from 220 down to around 180, and significantly improve their ability to defend tight ends and running backs out of the backfield. Oluokun's ability to neutralize TEs and provide run support would be a game changer, especially in the NFC North, where divisional games often come down to the little things. In terms of impact on the team's overall performance and playoff chances, the numbers are compelling. With Oluokun in the fold, the Lions' defense would see a bump in their overall PFF grade, jumping from around 76 to over 78. Their ability to force turnovers, especially against tight ends, would increase, leading to more takeaways and better field position. His tackling prowess and coverage skills would help to close the gaps that have often been exploited this season, giving Detroit a more balanced and aggressive defensive front. The team would be able to play with more confidence, knowing they have a linebacker who can handle the most demanding assignments. And let's not forget the playoff implications. With Oluokun, the Lions' odds to reach the Super Bowl would see a significant jump, somewhere from plus 2,200 to around plus 1,200, according to the latest betting odds. That's a huge leap, a sign that the sportsbooks are recognizing how much of a difference this kind of upgrade could make. Oluokun's tackling ability, combined with his football IQ, makes him a perfect fit for the Lions' defensive scheme. His ability to stop the run and cover tightly would allow Detroit to neutralize the rushing attacks of teams like the Vikings and other playoff contenders, making them more formidable in close games. His presence would also help balance the defense alongside Aiden Hutchinson and the rest of the front seven, creating a more intimidating front that offenses will think twice about attacking. Now, this trade isn't just about plugging a hole, it's about reshaping the entire defensive identity of the Lions. Oluokun's addition would be a statement to the league that Detroit is serious about competing at the highest level. It's about making a push for their first Super Bowl appearance in decades, and this move could be the catalyst. The Lions have been building steadily, with Goff playing at a high level, and their offense is already potent with weapons like Jahmyr Gibbs, but the defense has been the missing piece. Adding Oluokun would give them a Swiss Army knife, a linebacker who can do it all, from stopping the run to covering the most dangerous tight ends in the league. Looking at the bigger picture, the NFC is wide open, and the Lions are positioning themselves as serious contenders. A move like this would send shockwaves through the league, signaling that Detroit is here to stay and that they're willing to make bold moves to win now. It's a classic win-win scenario. Oluokun gets a new team with Super Bowl aspirations, and the Lions get a linebacker who can elevate their defense to the next level. And with their schedule remaining manageable, they could leverage Oluokun's impact to push into the playoffs and make a deep run. Of course, no trade is without its risks, but given Oluokun's health, consistent performance, and elite tackling stats, he looks like a perfect fit for what Detroit needs. His ability to make plays, combined with the Lions' talented front, could turn their defense into a defensive nightmare for opponents. And with the Lions already boasting a strong offense led by Jared Goff and a dynamic group of skilled players, the addition of Oluokun could be the final piece that puts Detroit over the top. In conclusion, this potential trade is shaping up to be one of the most exciting storylines of the NFL season, especially for Lions fans. It's not just about acquiring a star linebacker. It's about reshaping the team's identity and setting the stage for a serious Super Bowl push. The Lions are on the cusp of something special this year, and adding Oluokun could be the catalyst that turns a good team into a legendary one. Whether it happens now or later, the buzz around this move is undeniable, and everyone in Detroit should be watching closely. The future is bright, and with the right moves, this could be the year the Lions finally roar their way to the top. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Oluokun trade? Do you think it's the move that can push Detroit into Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and analysis, so stay tuned and keep that Lions spirit alive. We're heading into a pivotal moment in the season, and whatever happens, it's clear that Detroit is making some serious waves. Let's keep the excitement going and get ready for what's next.